What's good, everyone? The Kenpachi here coming to you with another video. Today, I want to go over my favorite fight in Jujutsu Kaisen, Yuji and Todo versus Mahito. The fight starts with Yuji coming to the scene and seeing someone die. I'm not gonna say who he sees dies, but somebody's on the ground dead. Yuji's resolve had reached its limit a long time ago. Then out of nowhere, Mahito lunges at him saying, "I am a true curse user," and uses Yuji's Black Flash move. He says the spark of black do not choose who to bless. Then he starts wailing on Yuji. Mahito tells him, "You came to Shibuya with a half-assed determination, didn't you? How naive of you, you stupid brat. This is war, not a battle to fix what's wrong, but a clash of truth. You and your fragile justice. You are me, Yuji. I kill without a second thought, just like how you save without a second thought. The instincts of a curse against the so-called dignity obtained by human reason. It's a battle to determine who will be left standing in 100 years." As you see Yuji lying on the ground, beaten up. As Mahito goes to kill Yuji, Todo arrives, using his curse technique to switch places with Mahito. Todo tells Yuji to wake up, brother. Our battle has just begun. Yuji, on the ground crying, tells Todo, "I can't fight anymore. Sukuna killed so many people, but I couldn't do a thing. I'm nothing but a murderer. I can't forgive myself." Mahito lunges at them. Todo uses his curse technique and kicks Mahito in the ground. Mahito is amazed by Todo's ability. Todo tells Yuji, "Brother, you're a man amongst men. Don't limit yourself to such narrow-mindedness. All of our allies together, we are jujutsu sorcerers. As long as we live, our friends who have passed away will not truly have been defeated. It's not about our sins or punishment. The moment we become jujutsu sorcerers, our lives cannot be limited to such misfortunes. Looking for meaning or logic in death can at times defile the memories of those we've lost. Even so, what have you been entrusted with? You don't need to answer right now. However, until you find your answer, never stop moving." This dialogue is one of my favorite Todo moments in the whole manga. He really shows that he's more than just a battle-obsessed man. Arato applies his curse technique to Yuji to seal his wounds. They aren't healed, but they'll stop bleeding and the pain will go away. Then the battle starts. Todo and Mahito start brawling. To start the fight, it looks like Mahito is overwhelmed by Todo's boogie woogie technique. Yuji says to himself, "I'm sorry, Nana man. I was about to take the easy way out. I was about to use my sins as an excuse to run away." Then he hits Mahito with a black flash. Mahito says, "Back from the dead, huh?" Then another brawl starts. Mahito notices that his double is crushed from the last battle. Yuji's black flash took a lot out of him, but he needs to worry about Todo's switching ability first. Todo nails Mahito with a black flash kick to the head. Mahito says, "It doesn't matter how strong your attack is using black flash. It has no effect if you can't hit my soul." But now all three have brought out 120% of their potential. Then Mahito uses soul multiplicity, body repel. Todo tells Yuji, "It's time to kick it up a notch. This is our last chance." Then they start brawling again. Yuji and Todo are doing an amazing job fighting Mahito right now. Soul multiplicity. The souls with weak rejection come together to form one body. Then Mahito uses polymorphic soul isomer, which creates one big transfigured human. This monster nails Todo in the face and sends him flying. It continues to wail on Todo, sending him flying through a building. Todo finds his footing and nails the transfigured human in the face and kills it in one shot. Mahito sends two more after him. Then Yuji lunges at Mahito, kicking him. Mahito grabs his foot and throws him towards the ground. Yuji lands on his feet next to Todo, who easily defeated the two polymorphic souls. Mahito says, "Even two polymorphic souls weren't enough. It's gonna be hard landing a hit on them. That said, if I use domain expansion, Sukuna will kill me." So he does it anyway. He uses his domain expansion. Self-embodiment of perfection is all or nothing. Todo's defense was a simple domain inherited from Yuki Tsukumo. Yuji sprints directly towards Mahito, but Mahito already activated his curse technique. The realization of an innate domain plus the activation of a curse technique. The two-step process was combined into one, a subliminally fast maneuver managed by Mahito, who was awakened through Black Flash. Mahito lunges towards Todo and slices his hand off, thinking he could no longer use his boogie woogie curse technique. After using domain expansion, the user's innate curse technique is temporarily depleted and difficult to control. Then he nails Todo with a Black Flash punch to the stomach. Thinking quick, Todo concentrated all his curse energy to his stomach to minimize the damage. Mahito thinks to himself, my technique is back and he can't clap his hands. Time to end him with idle transfiguration. As he sprints towards Todo, Todo quickly smacks his hand on Mahito's hand and switches with Yuji. Yuji quickly nails Mahito with a Black Flash. Yuji tells Todo, leave it to me. Mahito makes another polymorphic soul isomer who rushes Yuji with punches. While Yuji is busy, Mahito notices he finally found the true essence of his soul, the true form. Then he uses it. Idle transfiguration, instant spirit body of distorted killing. Awakened Mahito says, now that I've learned Black Flash, I finally understand my true, unbridled soul. Once I kill you, then I will truly be born. Then him and Yuji start brawling. Yuji is actually keeping up, going toe to toe with an awakened Mahito. Yuji quickly notices that this new body is even harder than before. Mahito rushes Yuji with an array of punches. Yuji notices that his attacks don't reach him. Mahito grabs Yuji's face and slams him into the ground. Yuji quickly realizes that he needs to hit him with Black Flash. Yuji quickly stands up. Mahito says, looks like you and I still got a lot left in the tank, and they start brawling, hitting each other left and right, trading blows. I mean, they're really brawling. I cannot wait until this fight is animated. It's going to look amazing. They're trading blows left and right. Yuji hits Mahito with a delayed second impact Black Flash. Divergent Fist was born out of Yuji's bad habits, but he lost the technique as his manipulation of curse technique improved. However, ever since his fight with Choso, Yuji can control Divergent Fist. Todo stands up and says, listen closely, cursed spirit. There is no way you cannot know this. An arm is merely a decoration. The act of applause is an acclamation of the soul. As he claps his hand on his cut off nub, Mahito, expecting to be switched, quickly turns around and punches, but the switch didn't happen. Todo says, my boogie woogie curse technique is already dead, and Yuji nails Mahito in the ribs with a Black Flash punch, sending him flying into rocks. Yuji totally punched him out of his awakened form. Mahito says he's almost out of transfigured human. Yuji walks up to him and says, you're right, Mahito, I'm you. I wanted to reject you, convince myself that you were wrong, but that doesn't matter now. I'm gonna kill you. Even if you come back as another curse, I'll kill you. Change your name, change your form, I'll kill you again. I don't need to find any meaning or reason. Maybe 100 years after my death, the meaning behind my actions will become apparent. In the grand scheme of things, I'm probably nothing more than a cog, but I'll keep killing curses for as long as I can. That's my role in all of this. Mahito turns around and starts running from Yuji. As he's saying this, Yuji has this serious, menacing look on his face. I love this version of Yuji. Then out of nowhere, Geto appears and says, shall I save you, Mahito? Yuji screams, give him back, and starts running towards them. Geto shows a glimpse of his curse manipulation power and says, I wield multiple cursed spirits of semi-grade 1 and higher, and may simply release more when opponents solve the curse technique and overcome them. Of course, I don't have to allow time for that and simply plow on the attacks as he bum rushes Yuji. Yuji on the ground covered in blood screams, give him back. Geto is impressed on how tough Sukuna's vessel is. Then it looks like Mahito lunges towards Geto, and it looks like Geto absorbs Mahito in this ball of energy and says to Yuji, shall we continue? Let us discuss the world to come. And says, are you familiar with maximum techniques? Apart from domains, they are cursed techniques most supreme art. The curse manipulation technique, Maximum Uzumaki, combines all cursed spirits I have absorbed into one and hits the opponent with a super condensed curse energy. So that's what he absorbed Mahito into, and that's how the fight ends. Yuji and Todo didn't technically exercise Mahito, but they did defeat him in the end. This battle happened between chapters 126 through 134 if you wanted to go read it. I cannot wait until this part of the Shibuya arc gets animated. Have you guys read Jujutsu Kaisen manga? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, let me know you guys' favorite fight in Jujutsu Kaisen. Recently, I started collecting manga volumes. Check out my latest mini manga haul video. Click the video on screen now.